Hi friends, it's Nathan, a first year pharmacy student at the University of Waterloo. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. A few weeks ago, I sat 6 exams in 6 days, which were my final exams of my first year of pharmacy school. And I've vlogged the whole experience in an exam diary. There is week before finals, which is part 1, and then my finals week, 6 exams in 6 days, is my part 2. Both videos will be linked above in a playlist so you can see how it went down, me studying 15 hours a day before finals and me stressing and sleeping way too little, taking my finals, and after every single exam I would run to the bathroom and I would vlog and tell you about how it went like immediately post exam. So definitely check that out so it gives this video some context. But it's results day and my results are out, so I can find out if I passed my first year or if I don't and I have to be held back, or if I move on to second year. It's all here. Actually, I just came back from Montreal. I was there for a week and the results actually came out and I just couldn't put it to myself to check during my trip. One, I didn't want to ruin my trip, and two, I couldn't do it with so many people around me. So now I'm in the comfort of my own bedroom and of course the camera on me and the internet watching. I'm going to check my marks. Before I find out my fate, I want to just very quickly go over my exams, what exams I wrote. I did explain everything in my 6 exams in 6 days video, so you can see exactly how I felt post-exam. But my first exam was anatomy, and anatomy has always been a very tough subject for me. It is a lot of content. It's really hard for me to remember so much content in such a little time because the course is so fast-paced. Now, I think I studied for this one exam, anatomy, more than any other exam combined. Out of my other 5 exams, if you combine those together, the amount of studying I did still doesn't even compare to how much I studied for this exam. So as a result, I think it went all right because I just put so much effort in because I had to do well. The way anatomy breaks down in terms of the marking is my passing grade for anatomy is an accumulation of my exam marks. So it doesn't matter if I do well on my assignments, my papers. It only comes down to my midterm exams and my final exams to guarantee a pass or fail. I think it went well. I studied so hard for it and I think it was reflected in my performance, but I guess we will see. And then the day after was my conditions exam. So this goes over, conditions of the body. So it was gastrointestinal, dermatology, reproductive conditions, all those kind of things. And this exam was a lot of content as well, but with back-to-back exams, I really didn't have the time to study for because I put all my eggs in one basket for anatomy. All my exams after anatomy, I really only had like 8 hours to study for them. After finishing the exam, I would go and study and then sleep and then study in the morning before the exam, and that was basically it. So conditions was definitely tough. There was quite a bit of guessing involved, but they were educated guesses. Hi friends, I wanted to pop in and tell you that this video is kindly sponsored by Skillshare, an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes. Through these classes, you can discover new skills, explore your passions, and play with your creative side. One of the classes I've been enjoying a lot is Designing the Life You Want: 4 Exercises for Clarity and Motivation by Michelle B. Now, she talks about creating your values, and as a student, I think it's so important to define your values. Ask yourself, why are you in school? What are you working towards? Why are you working so hard? What do you want to achieve? All of those questions, and I think it's so important. We often get lost. So during exams and before my finals, I was really remembering, what am I working towards? What do I want to achieve? So I highly recommend the class for any student. Skillshare is designed for learning. They have no ads and they're constantly coming out with new premium classes so that you will always find something new to discover and to learn more about yourself. The first 1,000 people to click the link in my description box will get a free 1-month trial of Skillshare. So definitely utilize it. Thank you, Skillshare, and let's get on with the video. And then my third exam was health informatics. Now this was a lighter exam. I found it okay. There was a lot of questions that really played mind games on me. I even said I was the last person to exit the exam hall. It wasn't a super long exam, but we were given more time than I guess needed, and I just kept on rereading the questions over and over again because they were really messing me up, and I was like the last person there. So you do feel a little bit of pressure and a little bit of angst when everyone is leaving, everyone's picking their stuff up and going, and then you're the last one there. And then my fourth exam was, it's been a couple weeks, so I'm just trying to remember, was medicinal chemistry. Now, this course is very similar to a kind of like an undergrad course where there is a lot of chemistry involved. Now, I'm good at chemistry, but this was more of a application style chemistry. So we were looking at a lot of mechanism of actions, how drugs work in the body, the pharmacokinetics. You couldn't BS it. You either knew it or you didn't. And that was the hardest part because sometimes you don't know the answer and you want to take an educated guess, but it's so hard because everything looks the same, everything sounds the same, everything seems right. That's how that went. Yeah, I honestly, that exam was tough and I don't know how it went. I remember asking a whole bunch of people how they felt after, and they were just like, iffy about it. I know I definitely got tripped up and messed up a couple of questions, but we'll see how that plays out. And then the fifth exam, which is the Friday, that was drug information, which is kind of a mix of research and biostatistics. This course was okay. The exam wasn't too bad. However, I felt like it was made harder than it needed to be. The questions really tried to test you in ways that we probably weren't expected to be tested on. There was one question that tested on a statistic. I know the trend. I know the trend of the stat, but when you ask for a specific number, by what percent did this increase, then I don't know. And I feel like that is kind of unfair. Like, I just feel like to get a student to remember a specific number, a specific percentage of a study, it doesn't really show the learning. Yeah, so that's how that went. And then there was the weekend, and then my last exam was pharmaceutics, which was on the Monday. Now, pharmaceutics is a course that looks at drug dosage forms, so the making of medicine, and it's very nitty-gritty. So it's a lot of memorizing what ingredients go with what, how to make a certain product, the stability, quality control, all that kind of stuff. And this exam was the hardest to study for because I felt like my battery was already at its limit, and I wish it was on the Saturday. That means I would be able to just power through and take it, but the fact that I had 2 full days to study for it made me feel like I needed to put in more effort than I already had. It was a balance between study hard and just, go with the flow. So that's how this went. And after taking it, I was so relieved because yes, it was tough, but we were done, and I really didn't even care in that moment. And you'll see it. I was literally like jumping and dancing in the bathroom. I was just happy to be done. All these exams were just hard, but I never had the time to really dwell on them or think about them post exam because I just had to move on and study to the next exam. So I think that kind of worked in my favor because I would always be the person that would dwell and get lost in my thoughts and catastrophize, but I didn't have time to do it this exam season, so that's a bonus. So that's basically how my 6 exams went. So we are just going to check my results and check how they went. Okay. I'm just getting like flashbacks because I was in the exact same seat, in the exact same position 4 months ago for my first semester exams, and that was very emotional. Those are all recorded as well and linked, so you can find them in my channel. But okay, we are going to check for this semester. Overall, I thought this semester went way better than my previous semester. I was in a much better headspace, I had a better mindset, I was way more on top of things. I feel like I already had that adjustment period of first semester, so this second semester wasn't as overwhelming. I really didn't set any expectations or any specific grade in mind because I stopped doing that once going into pharmacy school because that's really not my goal anymore. Like I don't aim for a certain grade anymore. I'm just trying to do well, and well is relative. So I'm just gonna remember that as I open this. Well is relative. If I put in the work, if I put in the effort, and the mark reflects that, then I am more than happy. Okay, enough talking. I'm stalling because I'm just nervous. Okay. Oh, uh, I did really, really well. Like, really well. Okay, I'm just taking it in because okay. For anatomy, I got a 73, which I am so pleased about. The averages tend to be very, very low for this course. So the fact that I am like average, even maybe a little bit above average, I'm so pleased with. And then pharmaceutics, I got an 84, which is crazy high because this course is tough. And I just didn't think that 84, that's crazy. That's like a mid 80. That's almost to a 90. And like pharmacy school is very different from undergrads. The grades, like you don't get 90s. Like 90s do not exist. So the fact that I got an 84, which is usually around like the highest you can get. Okay, and then for my conditions class, I got an 80. Very, very happy with that. Medicinal chemistry, 81. And health informatics, I got a 90. This is absolutely insane. A 90. I think this might be my first 90 in pharmacy school. I think so. And then my drug information class, I got an 87. Okay, I'm gonna figure out my average and to see what my academic standing is. Why is my Wi-Fi not working? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I think I'm taking so long that I disconnected. So my term GPA, my average, is a 82%, and that puts me on the Dean's honor list. I got Dean's honor list. I'm just kind of like taking it all in and appreciating. I'm proud. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of how I carried myself throughout this term. Hard work really does pay off. And to see my grades improving from last semester is like the best feeling. Just seeing that you're getting better. My first semester was definitely rough and I didn't do as good as I wanted to, but like this kind of just brought me back and just remembered who I am and what I am passionate about and what I care about. So I'm just like I'm just happy. I'm really happy. Okay, so I will end this video here, and that brings it to the end of this exam diary series. Okay, it's all over, and then it begins again in a couple weeks as I begin my second year, starting September. I want to thank you guys so much for, sticking by me and supporting me and encouraging me. I really couldn't have done this without you guys. When I posted my exam diary videos and you guys comment, this kept me going and this allowed me to push through and allowed me to get the mark that I wanted. And I genuinely have to tell you that it's the other way around. It's you guys that are motivating me. And as I was filming, vlogging, and going through this exam season, I just kept thinking about you guys and how I wanted to show you guys that exams are tough, but we are tougher, that we can push through anything that we put our minds to, and that the education system will not break us down, that we are powerful, that we are perseverance, and that we are resilient. As I wrap up this video, which I am extending for way too long, I just want to say thank you again for watching. Share these videos because I want to show transparency, and I want to show that hard work does equate to results. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a like, comment down how your year went, how your exams went, I'd love to know, and subscribe if you want to see more from me. And if you want more day-to-day content, make sure to follow me on Instagram at nathan.woo. But that's it for me. That's an end to first year, and I will see you in the next video as a second year pharmacy student. Bye. Missing someone.